I just quit my job. And I didn't quit my job because I found a better one or anything. I didn't quit my job because I'm going to be able to sustain myself full-time from YouTube or anything. But I quit my job because that career path just isn't for me. Now, for those of you who don't know, I was a full-time video editor for a YouTube channel. And I found out that after a year of doing it, or realized rather after a year of doing it, that this isn't what I want to do with my life. Not in the slightest. I don't want to be a video editor. I don't want to be someone who sits in front of Adobe Premiere or whatever the editing software is for however many hours a day and barely talk to people and barely interact with people. And basically what I'm saying is it just wasn't the right fit for me. And no shade on the guys who I was working for. I love those guys. They gave me a great opportunity and taught me a lot. And I learned a lot about myself and about working full-time. And I'm just very grateful for that experience. And I wish that their channel becomes the biggest channel on YouTube. So if one of y'all are watching this video, thank you. I really appreciate you. But in any case, I quit this job because I didn't want to be a video editor anymore. Plain and simple. I just didn't want to do that anymore. It's not right for me. And I'm here to tell you about that. I'm here to tell you about the fact that it's normal for you to want to change career paths. And it's normal for you to want to stop doing something or quit. When I first started this gig, I thought I was going to be doing it for a couple of years at least. I didn't last a full year. I lasted 11 months. And the way I knew that it was time to quit is that it wasn't exactly that I wasn't happy or anything, right? You don't do a job because you're happy. You do a job because it fulfills you. You can't really keep chasing happiness. I'm starting to learn that now. It's kind of this American dream concept of chasing happiness all the time. You're not going to be happy all the time. But you can be fulfilled for most of the time. You can be excited about what you're going to do the next day if you have the right job. And for me, editing wasn't that. I wasn't fulfilled enough by video editing to justify doing it for the next 20 years, you know? In fact, I was working on this documentary a while back, and we were in this studio, this post-production studio, which is basically just like a place where they do all the editing, the coloring, they fix a bunch of stuff. And there was this guy, this colorist, who's in charge of color grading the film, right? And he was also doing some other like minor tasks of like getting rid of like dead pixels on the screen, which is something that 97% of people will never ever see. And that's the most annoying and minute thing that you shouldn't have to care about. And I asked him straight out, doesn't this get ridiculously infuriating having to remove like a singular dead pixel on the screen? And he's like, yeah, it can be tedious sometimes, but you know, I've been doing this for 20 years. I love it. And that's when the realization started hitting me that I didn't love what I was doing. I somewhat enjoyed it. I liked the result of what I was doing. I liked the fact that I helped create some pretty good pieces of content and content that was viewed by millions. But it just wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted to continue doing. And you will find that in your life too. It doesn't even have to be a job necessarily, but you will find that sometimes what you're doing is not what you want to be doing. It's not what fulfills you. It's not what's right for you. And this is very much tying into the video I made recently about failure and how you need to try things, right? This is kind of the same thing, although it's not a failure. I don't consider what I've done with this group of people a failure by any means. In fact, I consider it a great success because it worked out for a year, you know? Oh my god, I found the jungle biome! Okay, there was this whole bit of lore last video that I was looking for a jungle biome. I went out for days and days on end and I couldn't find it. Oh, perfect. The reason I wanted to find this jungle biome is because I want jungle trees near my house. So I'm going to use the example of SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a fry cook. SpongeBob is a fry cook that gets paid shit money to flip burgers every day of his life. And that's all he does. He goes to work, flips burgers, goes home, talks to his little pet snail. And he loves his life because he loves his job and he couldn't care less what everybody else is doing. And on the other side, you have Squidward. Squidward hates his job. Squidward is miserable every day of his life because of it. Because Squidward's dream is to work in something with status. He wants to be an artist, a famous artist, or he wants to be part of a restaurant that has higher status than the Krusty Krab. He just wants to be someone. And that's what he thinks will fulfill him. But he can't be fulfilled by this if he stays in the Krusty Krab. He has to change. And of course, this is a cartoon. Squidward is not going to change. Squidward, in fact, will stay at the Krusty Krab. But if you want to be more like SpongeBob and less like Squidward, you have to take the steps that SpongeBob is taking. You have to work a job that fulfills you, that you love, even if it maybe won't give you as much money. You have to choose, am I prioritizing money? Am I prioritizing fulfillment? Am I prioritizing other things in my life? Only you know this answer. And honestly, the best way to find that answer is by doing something that you hate. Casey Neistat famously said this, right? Don't quote me on this, but I think he was cleaning pots at a Red Lobster, absolutely hated it, and realized that he wanted to make YouTube videos, or he wanted to make films, rather, because of the fact that he had time to think about what he wanted to really do. And in that same note, I had time to think about what I wanted to really do. I want to make more content. I want to go out and produce a documentary. I want to do a bunch of things that became more and more clear to me the more that I was doing a job that I wasn't enjoying as much. You shouldn't have to stay in a job that you don't like. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have built a bit of a monetary cushion for myself. So I'm not saying by all means that you should quit your job regardless of what your monetary capacity is and how your economic situation is. You should always consider everything, and you should always make sure that you have some place to land if things don't go out your way. Because right now I'm taking a risk, right? I'm taking a risk. I don't have current employment. I didn't find a new job before I gave my 2 weeks. But I'm okay with that because it works for me in my current situation. And you should also apply this principle to anything else you're quitting, right? If you're quitting college per se, have figured out what you're going to do instead. Because you can't just not have a plan in the slightest, right? You need to have a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you'll sort of fall into this weird in-between phase where you're like, I'm not doing anything, and I don't feel like doing anything, so I'm just going to do nothing. And a lot of people suffer very badly because of that. You need to have something, not say per se lined up, but you need to have a game plan. Because otherwise, life will gobble you up very quickly. For instance, my game plan is to go full throttle on YouTube right now. I want to make more videos for this channel. I want to make more content. I want to make more interesting content. I want to try different things. The yaps will stay, of course. I'm not going to stop doing these because I love this. I love talking to you guys about life and all that stuff. But I'm going to do some more as I'm being blasted by skeletons. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to make some more content. And a couple of ideas I had are that I'm going to do a bit of it's like J/inbox series. I'm going to read questions from the comments and try to give advice the best I can to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, that'll be another video a week. And I also have a Let's Play cooking. Is that a melon I see? It is a melon I see. So I have a Let's Play cooking. I have an extra video a week. So that would be 2 extra videos per week. And I might start live streaming just more casually. Maybe I'll play some Fallout because that's popping right now. And that show is awesome. And I'm going to see where it takes me. That's a plan. I have a plan in place. I have things that I'm going to do just to give you guys an example. Anyway, I got what I came for. I wanted jungle saplings. So that's all I need from the jungle. Is that an ocelot? Oh, shit. I can make a fishing rod. I can have an ocelot. Hold on. So how do we do this again? We do this. All right, let's go fishing for a bit. Let's fish a little while we talk. Okay, you guys need to die because you're annoying me. Thank you. All right. Oh wait, I don't even really need to fish. I just need to get it. I need to leash it up and then I can do it. Here, kitty. Bro, speed running against me. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, this is so laggy for some reason. Okay, I got it. Okay, now I'm going to go fishing and try to tame this little guy. Because ocelots are great because, I don't know if you know this, you can defend against creepers with them. Anyway, as I was saying, I have a plan. And that plan might not be the smartest plan, might not be the best plan for me economically, but it's a plan to do what I've always dreamt about. Is that efficiency and feather falling 4? Whew! That's a boot. I gotta make diamond boots for that. That's insane. And with this plan, I'm gonna bring monthly memberships as well, like the ones on YouTube where you can join. And I'm not just making it so you guys can give me extra money. I'm gonna actually make things available, like more content and more things that are exclusive to members, right? In any case, I'm turning it on starting today, so if you do choose to join, Thank you. I appreciate you. Anyway, enough self-promo. But other than that, it's time to fish now. And I need to catch more than one, I'm pretty sure. No. Oh, wait. Oh, did it work first try? How do I fully tame you? Oh, there we go. Okay, now you're just running in circles. All right, I can't seem to figure out how to tame you, so I'm just gonna... Here. Let's, doesn't it turn into a cat when you do it enough times? I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I'm pretty sure it turns into an actual cat. Also, another thing to know, it took a lot for me to do this. It took a lot for me to get to this position. It took a lot for me to feel comfortable with resigning. And it's a hard thing to do. But sometimes you just know. Sometimes it's just the right move for you. But you won't really know until you try. So today, here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down and figure out what is something that you're doing that you don't like that you're having to do, or you might want to quit, or you're just not feeling right about. And ask yourself, why are you doing this thing? Is it a job? Is it a project? Is it a relationship? Is it anything of the sort? And think about the pros and cons. Think about, hey, do I want to continue doing this? Or do I not want to continue doing this? Do I want my job for the rest of my life to be as a software engineer? Or do I want to be a musician? And think about what it takes to be a musician and how you're going to get there. Think of all these things. Think of how you can get where you want to be. Think of how you can follow your passion. Just think. And after you think long and hard, and you make it that decision, because you're going to have to make a hard decision or two for you to follow that passion of yours, then it's time to take action. Then and only then is it time to take action. But be careful. Don't think too long, because you don't have infinite time. You have a lot of time, but you don't have infinite time. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Good night, and good luck, everybody.